What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, my friends. Today was a really good day to start the week. We're able to make some good gains. Today, I really want to focus on a strategy that many have been asking me to do a dedicated video. It's the big box, small box strategy. A lot of you may be familiar with this strategy, but it's one of the trading setups that I like to use from a purely automated standpoint. Okay. And I really think this is going to help a lot of you that need to get the emotions out of trading, and you need to actually just put your trades the night before and let them be automated. Okay. So I think this is really going to help a lot of people. So if you're ready, my friends, let's step into the war zone. First and foremost, let's do some shout outs and then we'll get right into it. So hit me with the one if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Nomad, welcome to the Trading Wars Army, brother. Thank you so much for joining. Anthony, Trading Wars Army, what's going on? Dr. D, Heartstrong, Briggs, Weddle, Corey, Hillbilly, Wesley, what's going on, brother? Emilio, N7, Lead Farmer, what's going on? Jay Villa, Caladil, Alicia, CDP, Frank, Andy, Leo, Jim, One Story a Day, Reggie, Caladil again, what's going on, brother? Nomad in the building, Jim, Briggs, Wesley. Good to see you, all my friends. Thank you very much for being here. All right. So the big box, small box strategy, very simple, is starts with the daily chart. So today we had Amazon. Okay. So first and foremost, let's go to the Twitter. So the Twitter is where I post these picks every single day. So I'm going to post some tonight as well. I do the scan for you guys and I post these picks every day. I literally haven't missed a day in over a year. All right. So you can always follow the Twitter. It's completely free. And I will automatically identify setups that I think are good for the next day. And I use the scanners in Trendspider to do that, as well as in Thinkorswim. Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll look at Amazon and we'll talk about why we thought it would be a good setup to play today. Okay. So the big box, small box, guys, in a nutshell, I like calling it the big box, small box because it's very intuitive. Essentially what it is, it's an inside bar on the daily chart. Okay. So there's a bigger range the day before. And then the day of, you will have an inside bar. So this goes back 2 days, right? So you can see this is Friday. And then this was Wednesday because the stock market was closed on Thursday. And then you need to have this set up on the chart before the trade is valid. You can also look on Amazon. We had one of these big box, small box set up on the November 22nd. We also had one on November 14th. And we also had one on November 7th. All right. So anytime there's an inside bar close on the daily chart, we'll have the big box, small box setup. So how does that actually look? So you go down to your 5-minute chart, and I recommend that you guys draw these boxes because it's going to visually help you to see what you're trying to accomplish with the strategy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the rectangle. We're going to start off with the Wednesday range, which is from this high all the way down to this low. Okay, and just take it all the way to where the price action ends. So right there, and you can put this in a light color. So we'll go with this light yellow right here. And then the smaller box is the inside bar, which is this range right here. Okay. So now we can clearly see we have a smaller box within a bigger box. So why does that matter? Okay. So why it matters is that the price on Friday is getting tighter. It's consolidating. And you have to think about it like this. If you were the one that shorted on Wednesday, how would you feel? Okay, we didn't move. We basically pretty much ended off just a little bit further away from when we closed. We stayed in the range. There was nothing huge. And if you went long, you're feeling the same way. You're like, well, nothing really happened. What you did, though, was you lost 1 full day of option premiums. Okay, because you pretty much did nothing. So that's going to negatively affect options because the option contract is expecting a move. Okay, if you're doing naked calls or puts. So now, this lays the foundation to trap traders because we have shorts that are still holding on to their short with the idea that maybe this is going to crash. And we have bulls that are holding on to their long with the idea that maybe this is going to rise. One side has to break. The price action will never stay confined for too long. And if you go back to the daily chart, you can clearly see this. How many times do we actually have a double inside bar pattern? Okay, let's go back. Let's see. When was the last time on Amazon we had a double inside bar? So I'm going here. I'm just using my free indicators, guys. I'll link that in the chat right now. this will automatically highlight the patterns for you. So make sure you download that. All right. So let's keep going here. I'm trying to find a double inside bar pattern on Amazon. Here we go. So December of 2020. That's the last time I've seen a double inside bar here on this chart. I might have missed one, but December 2020, guys. So we can see that that's very rare. So what we're assuming going into the trading day is that that box is going to break. Okay, it's going to break. We don't know if it's going to break the upside to the downside, but we can have triggers, which are predetermined levels, and we can mark our chart up and have them ready to go. And we can even put the orders in the broker the night before. So everything is set. We know the entry, the stop loss, the target. We don't have time to do hindsight trading. We set the plan and we execute the plan. Either it hits a stop loss or it hits the target. Hit me with the 7 if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do now, so on the Twitter, I always give the triggers. So 94.29, 93.21, 95 calls, 93 puts. What we're doing here, guys, is we're taking advantage of trapped traders, option traders. Whoever's in this for a few days is feeling, last week they're in it, right? And then Friday, it doesn't move. Okay. So they're like, well, what's going on? You know, it's supposed to gap up, blah, blah. Premiums are getting hit. So we're coming in that situation. Okay. So 94.29 is the long trigger. Okay. So I see somebody asking about the stop loss. In my stock room, I post full plans. Okay. So this is for my members. Obviously I have to do something for my members too, right, guys? I can't give everything out, but trust me, I give a lot. Okay. So here is the actual plan. So let's go ahead and we'll mark up the chart for Amazon. So our long plan was 94.29. So go ahead and do that. Horizontal line, 94.29 right there. Our short line is 93.21. Okay. So the way this works is it needs to break the line. If it does not touch the line, the trade does not get filled by the broker. Okay. And I showed you guys yesterday how to actually input the orders. So if you haven't seen that, check that video out yesterday. Okay. So there's our long trigger. There's our short trigger. So this is how your chart should look when you're doing the big box, small box. Okay. You can even mark the top and the bottom of the box in a different color, because these can also help guiding your profit taking. Okay. So put this in white, put this in white. Like that. All right. Hit me with the 2 if everything makes sense. So I want to make sure I'm going slow here. Okay. So for the long and the short, we also have our stop loss and our target. So 93.91, 94.66. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the long position tool and I'm going to put that in here. Okay. So our entry is 94.29. Our stop loss is 93.91. So go right here. Our target is 94.66. So this is always the first target. Okay. That's always the first target. I use the first target to scale out a lot of the times, but a lot of the times, guys, I will actually go for way bigger targets. Okay. It's a personal preference. If you're a scalper, if you want to go for big home run plays, that's up to you. And both of them have pros and cons. You have to know what you can emotionally handle in trading. All right. So here we go. Chart is marked up. We're ready to rock and roll. So let's go ahead. Let's go to the 1 minute chart so we can really see this in detail. Okay. So here we go. So by the way, the profit on this trade was $3,100. So I'll go ahead right there and I'll just put that down here so you guys can see. Okay. So let's go. First bar comes in. And remember, these plans, they're posted the night before. We set them in the broker the night before. So you don't have to stress at the open. You have your orders ready. Entry, stop, target. Okay. First candle comes in. Boom. So this is the ideal situation. We open below the trigger. Okay. That is my favorite situation, because when it's below the trigger, we're hoping if it comes through the trigger, it's going to come with force. Okay. So the next candle, boom, there it is. One candle. There's your fill. There's your target right there. You can also use the box, right? So this is the previous high right? So there's our fill within the second minute. Then boom, we hesitate for a little bit and then we squeeze. Bam. That's what we want to see, guys. Very, very nice. And this one went to the moon, guys. This one just went to the moon, like literally. That's how I was able to make $3,100 on it, because it just kept going. So this one went all the way to the moon with Amazon, and then it actually faded all the way back down, which was crazy. And that's the thing. When you're doing this, the other point that I had written down, I don't know where all my points went. They disappeared somewhere. But can I find it back here? I written down 3 points. There we go. So identify the setup using the daily chart. You can use the scanners. I have them all in Discord. Entry, stops, and targets, and automation through Interactive Brokers. So you have to take profits with these trades. I've tested it, taking profit and not taking profit. Okay. And when you don't take profit, you're going to lose. Okay. And so we were able to make $3,100 on this push up. And then guess what we did after that? We attacked it after that using the fibs, and we actually shorted. So that's like, once you have that play that's locked in, so we know Amazon is the pick we're focusing on because we know the range is likely to expand, we can play the trigger and then we can swap over to the fib. So once we hit our target, we waited for this afternoon to set up right here. So right here. So you see when we had this big push down, so what we did is we swapped over to the fibs. We took our Fibonacci from our high to our low like this. Let me just double click that and I'll put this on the basic, and we went for the 618 short. We came all the way back up to the 618 right there, guys. We tagged it, and check this out. Nice sell-off into a new low by the end of the day. So that was really, really A+. And for anybody looking for those, so we draw the Fibonacci. So you can see on Amazon, we drew up the short together at 1146. Okay? So guys, day trading is such a powerful thing. Where can you go long, make $3,000, go short, make $3,000? Where can you do that in one day? Hit me with a 9. If you understand what I'm saying, guys? So all of my targets are based on fibs. So they're predetermined. Everything is a Fibonacci. That's the only way I could do it. Otherwise, everything else is guessing. But one of the things you can do that's kind of simple as well is once we break through the trigger, you can start trailing the 5-minute candles. Okay. So this is your entry. This is the next candle. You trail here, and then this doji, you put your stop loss under this candle, and that's a candle that takes you up. All right. So you could do that as well. A trailing method. There's a lot of methods to profit taking. Okay. All right. So there we go. So that's the big box, small box strategy in a nutshell. I hope you guys learned a lot from it. Like I said, just follow on the Twitter. If you want the actual setups, the plans, you can join the Discord, but you don't have to. And then now I'm going to go into SPY, and I'm going to go ahead and recap SPY. Okay. So, all right. So let's go ahead here, guys. Let's go ahead and do SPY. So there we go on the 3-minute chart. So here's an example of a trigger that doesn't fill. So we'll go to SPY. You can see that SPY was one of our plays as well that I posted. 401.68 was our short. So here's another example when you don't get filled. So here's 41.68 right here. So you could see that the order to short was open, but the price never got there. Okay. So if the price never gets there, you never get filled. If you're doing the triggers. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead now and let me walk you through what we did on SPY today. So the first thing, let's go ahead and just draw the previous day's high and low. Let's have it marked up. Okay. So there's our high, there's our low. So the first thing today, we can see that we're gapping down. Excuse me. All right. So we're gapping down right here. So this looks like a pretty big, bullish, powerful candle right at the open. All right. And a lot of times when we have gap downs, institutions like to buy. So what do I want to do? I want to go ahead and I want to hit with a quick day trading strategy, which is the opening range breakup. All right. So the opening range breakup is different than the triggers. It's not the big box, small box. It's just one candle price action. Okay. So let me go ahead in here and I'll just walk you through the commentary this morning. So 3 minutes to open. Who's ready? Let's keep the size small to start off. Going to take a shot with the orb, small size, 1 minute. Be ready. So we got filled long at 9:33. We hit both of our targets within 3 minutes today. So let me walk you through and let me show you why it's so important to take targets. So there's our first 3-minute bar. I'm going to put the Fibonacci from the high to the low like this. And I'm going to go ahead and double click and put on my full settings. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get to the 272 and the 50. These two are the key extensions where I profit take. Once I get to the 50% extension right here, I go ahead and put the stop loss to break even on the trade. Okay, so we got filled right there. We tagged our 272. We tagged our 50. I put the stop loss to break even, guys. And that was all she wrote for that long play. It's gone. So it was really nice that we also had an inside bar on the 50% extension. So that showed us that the price action was slowing down, but we're still able to catch 5 points, which is $250 per contract. Not bad, right? And what we're trying to do with these day trades, guys, is in and out, make a few $100, maybe a few $1,000, and that's it. I don't care what happens after I make my money and I put my stop loss to break even. It's irrelevant to me. Obviously, I would love for it to go to the moon, but if it doesn't, I still made money. That's the key. And I want you guys to understand that. The key is to understand that day trading is like you want to roll your cash. You want to use your cash, make money, get out. Make money, get out. It's not about, like you can see with Amazon, I was out within the first hour. With SPY, we're out within 6 minutes. Why? Because you are day trading. You reload your cash and get ready for the next play. Get ready for the next play. You don't know which play is going to be a home run. Okay? All right. So hit me with a 2 if you're following me there. So then the next trade setup we had was the morning leg Fibonacci. So I'll walk you guys through that as well. So we can go back here. So every time I talk, when I keep talking a lot, this cough has been coming back. But if I don't say anything, it doesn't bother me. So I apologize, guys. I gotta remind myself to hit the mute button when I'm coughing. Okay. So there's our low, there's our high. So what we did this morning is once we had this range, we attacked the 618. So we came back down. We tagged our 618 right there. So we got filled. We popped right back up here. We tagged the 382. So if you're scalping, you can go 618 to 382. If you're going for quick moves, that is basically the 382 is the opposite of the 618. So it's like an inverted. So it's a good spot to start scaling out. But for us, we just put the stop loss to break even when we got up there, and we got taken out on the very next pattern. So this pattern right here, guys, this is an extremely rare pattern. So this is an outside, inside, outside. That's the Ragnarok. Ragnarok is a rare pattern. It's 3 candles, outside, inside, outside. It means that it trapped everybody. It trapped everybody because it was going up. It came back down. Then it went sideways. So the Ragnarok came in, and that's another reason why we went ahead and got the stop loss to break even, because we're like, look, this might not work. So we ended up getting a break even stop on the 618. I didn't take the Ragnarok play, but if you're doing the pure candlestick patterns, that's what the indicators are for. They highlight that. The Nirvana, which is the blue one, is a part of the book. So if you get the book, you get the Nirvana for life. All right. So there was our Ragnarok, which took us into a new low. So once we got this new low, we went ahead and we switched the fib. So let me just show you guys this so you guys can see how we did it. So this was the morning 618 filled long. So you can see we got filled there. That's what 956. And then 382 got hit. And then 2 minutes to close on this Holy Grail. Beware of potential opposing leg. Okay, I'm out. Had to go to break even there. Can't turn a winning trade into a loser. So luckily, we were able to avoid that one. And then what we did after that is we drew up the afternoon leg, which was the big winner. So the afternoon leg from high to low, because we made a new low, right? So we're looking for the downward push now. And we popped back up here. So we came to this 382 and we rolled over. So I don't take any trades on the 382. That's not a deep enough pullback for me. So what we did instead, extend your anchor out, okay? Just wait for that opportunity. Makes a new low, extend the anchor out again. Just keep waiting for your golden zone. Golden zone is from the 50 to the 786, okay? We're waiting for this. Okay, finally, later in the afternoon, we come up here and we have this crazy price action pattern. So this for sure, guys, was 100% some algo manipulation, because you could see the size of this candle is not proportionate to anything on the rest of the day. And it was huge wicks on both sides. So what we had here, guys, was a candlestick confirmation. All right. So what's a candlestick confirmation? So I'll go over here. I'll go to the Fibonacci book. Here is the candlestick confirmation, page 48. This right here is the Holy Grail. And like you guys know, that's one of my favorite patterns. So the Holy Grail is when you get the yellow highlight. It's an outside bar followed by an inside bar. So here we go. This was our signal to go short right here, guys. Took us right back down. And eventually we made that new low. Okay. So this one was only a good trading opportunity because of the confirmation candlestick. You could see it wasn't deep. It wasn't really deep. So I'm not going to take it just right off the bat. I have to see something else in conjunction to give me the confidence. So there was the Holy Grail over there, guys. And then we rolled over for the rest of the day. Really, really nice. So that Holy Grail, the advanced patterns today, Nirvana, Holy Grail, these two were winners. This Holy Grail was a loser, but this was already trading within another Holy Grail. So that one's a little bit hard. Then we had this Holy Grail later in the afternoon, winner, and this Nirvana, winner. So the patterns, the candlesticks, really, really nice and simple because you just see the highlights, you put the stop loss on the other side, and you just go for it. And sometimes you get huge winners like this, okay? And that's what we were able to take in the afternoon. All right. So hit me with this. Hit me with the 4. Does that all make sense? That's what we did on SPY. That's what we did on Amazon. And what I want to do right now is I'm going to go to the futures market and we're going to have a great talk about the futures market because I see a lot of potential coming in for this week. So the entry for the patterns is just once it breaks each side, it's the same thing as the orb. Just think about it like that. Same thing as the orb. Put the stop loss on the other side of the candle. Okay. All right. So let's go here now. I want to talk very, very important what I'm seeing right now in the futures market. So we spoke about this yesterday. The first thing is last week we closed with an inside bar. Okay. It was a short week, so it's kind of expected, but that doesn't always happen. Sometimes short weeks are explosive. So we closed with an inside bar. Again, just like Amazon, what is the likeliness of us having 2 weeks of inside bars, which is called a double inside bar pattern? Let's go back to the last time we've seen this. So, the last time we saw this was October of 2016. Okay. So it's very rare. It's very rare. All these inside bars generally break. So what I'm expecting is this inside bar is going to break. So last week's range is going to break. Very high chance, at least 70% to 80% chance. So what I'm seeing right now in the futures market, this is where we opened on Sunday. And I told you guys about this pivot, this high of that high. The high before we sold off was 40.24. And I said that the bears could potentially they're trying to keep that as the high of the week. All right. And let's go ahead and mark the low of last week. So we have all of this marked up. Okay. And a lot of you have been asking me to do some more of this. And that's why I'm doing it. All right, guys, because if you think this, if this gives you value, I'll do it. Otherwise, I don't want to waste your time. All right. So the low was 3,937.50. Okay. So I'm just going to mark that out. Okay. So go back to the 5. We opened here on Sunday. We had that doji sold off. All right. Where are we trying to get to? Over here. We're trying to get down here at some point. The best shorting opportunities already happened, right? Because you could have taken that short right off the bat, or we hit the fibs. So there's our high, take it down to the low. Surprise, 786. Is that surprising? Is that surprising, guys? Hit me with a 1 if that's surprising. Hit me with a 2 if no. I just popped open the futures chart to look at the overnight price action. So what happens? We have that sell-off overnight on Sunday. This is at 3:30 in the morning. Okay. So this is 3:30 in the morning. They run it up, and then the big seller comes in 3:30 in the morning and hits that short hard, like bang. Right? And they already know what they're trying to do for the rest of the day. Check this out now. Now we open 9:30. The next candle, 9:35, hits the same thing, the same 786. And we sell off like crazy. So this, guys, this is why we are adding, next year is going to be focused a lot on futures overnight. and we're building a lot of different strategies around it. Okay. But the only way that this trade can execute for me at 3:30 in the morning is if I have a limit order. So I have to put the order in overnight and leave it to be filled, which you can do. But this is how sometimes these markets are run, guys. So the good thing was during the day, we had the ability to retest. So even if you miss that, sometimes you're not going to get a second chance. Okay. All right. So that's what's going on right now. The bears are trying to break this low at 39.3750. Okay. They're trying to get down there. It's a big, big range. Very, very big range. Almost 100 points. So I wouldn't be surprised if the bulls try to defend a little bit. But the goal is either this high or this low has a good chance to break. So you could already see. If I go ahead now, and let's just say I put a Fibonacci on this range from this low to this high. So you notice how we're hovering in the 618. So the bulls, this is a value area for them because they can get in right around here and put a stop loss down here for protection in case we vertically go back up. Okay. So it was really nice to watch that price action. As you guys know, that's an area I'm going to be focusing on going forward and investing some money in. But the day trading strats, I still live by them because that's what makes me money. But I'm very interested in trying to figure out the overnight things. But I don't want to get to the point where I can't sleep at night. Because when I first started trading futures, I wasn't able to sleep at night because I used to wake up at like 4, 5, 6 in the morning to check on my positions. And it was extremely unhealthy. So I don't want to get back to that stage, but I will be trying to find some simple ways, like maybe triggers that we can automate overnight. All right. So there we go, my friends. That's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Honestly, there's a lot of information in this video. So if you have to watch it again, please do. I really try to just give you guys everything. Like I give you guys everything. I'm not holding anything back. Okay. I gave you all my strategies. So hit me with a like if you got some value for this. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run the scanners and we'll look at some hot picks for tomorrow. And then we'll wrap up the stream. As always, guys, check me out, tradingwars.com. If you want to come trade with us live tomorrow, you get 30 days for free in the Discord with the purchase of any book. And you get the indicators, the premium ones like the Ragnarok, Nirvana for life as soon as you get the book. All right. Or you can sign up right here on the main page as always. So let's go ahead. Let's look at some scans. So there hasn't been any good blue raindrops in a while, but let's go ahead and look for some Nirvanas. So we have Adobe. Adobe, I used to day trade it a lot. I haven't really touched it, but definitely one we can look at tomorrow. You can see the last time we had a Nirvana kind of sideways, so not really too interested, but we had some nice ones back here. Double Nirvana on June 10th, 2022. Nice little price action after that. So maybe we are getting ready for a move on Adobe. So definitely have an eye on that for tomorrow. Costco, decent symbol to swing trade and trade. See, the last time we had a Nirvana was nice 2 days of upward price action. So I'm going to be looking tomorrow for either long or short. Netflix, really hot. I love trading Netflix. It moves. So really nice setup for tomorrow as well. So I'll be looking at those. So those are some good ones right there. Let's look at the Holy Grail. So nothing really on the Holy Grail. So good picks on the Nirvana. I'll post them on Twitter right after this, as well as on the Discord. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment for your chance to win giveaways. I unfortunately will not be able to stream tomorrow. I usually stream almost every day, but tomorrow I will be flying and I'm going to the West Coast. So the time change and all that, unfortunately will not be able to stream tomorrow, guys. And I'm going to miss you guys. I love coming here every day and giving knowledge of my purpose. You know, I've been sick for a while with you guys hear me coughing and stuff, but this is what I look forward to every day. It gives me some energy and gives me purpose. So thank you so much for your time. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, drop a comment in. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Stay safe in the market and no over trading. All right. Thank you.